If you don't mind, today I'd like to tell you a story. Not too long ago, there was a little boy, and like basically every other child, this boy did not look forward to having to go to bed. It seemed like such a sad and really unimpressive ending to a wonderful day of big adventures and exploring the world. So why did he have to go to bed? He just wanted to stay up and continue on playing and just living and seeing everything. However, there was one thing that made the ordeal a little bit better. Well, more like a lot better. And that was story time. His parents would always read him at least one story, maybe two. If he'd been a really good boy, maybe even three. And it was so amazing. He got to live in these worlds with knights and castles and princes and princesses with dragons. And he got to explore the universe, be an astronaut, meet aliens. And he got to meet the dinosaurs. He got to see magic. It was all so amazing. But every single evening it had to end at some point or another. And the person who was reading to him would close the book, put it on the shelf, say goodnight, and close the door. And he would be lying there, dreaming about what he would do if he were in those situations. If he got to ride into battle, or explore a new planet, or meet the dinosaurs for real. And it was those thoughts that made the endings of the stories bearable. But really, what he really wanted was for them to continue, to never stop, for him to be able to always live in this story world. When the boy got older, and he finally learned to read, he devoured one book after another, managing to jump into different worlds and different scenarios and just live, truly live. Because the outside world, it had lost all the adventure and glamour it once held, but inside these pages, it was still there, and it was even better there, because it was more than his little 5-year-old self could have ever dreamed up. Because it was so real in those pages. All of the things that could have happened, or could happen, or maybe did happen. And all of those wonderful people in those amazing places doing such extraordinary things. And it made him so happy to be able to read about them. So, to a certain degree, story time continued to be a part of his life, only it wasn't his parents reading to him anymore, he was just reading himself. However, there was one little thing that kept bugging him throughout all of those years. Was the memory of when he used to lie in bed and dream about himself in those situations. Don't get me wrong, he had continued to dream and like rewrite the story or rewrite the endings, because that's what readers do, but there was something about the way his younger self had dreamed up these new alternative timelines to all of these wonderful stories that made him ache for experiencing the same again. And so the reader became a writer. He wrote and he wrote, and he came up with his own wondrous places and beautiful people and amazing storylines, wonderful heroes and heroines, and great adventures for them to survive. And it was amazing, because it's so hard to explain, but it was such a wonderful experience to create these worlds, to not only get the possibility to live in them, but also to shape them, to genuinely show what had been in his mind all of those years, to finally put those dreams down on paper. It was such a wonderful experience and truly just absolutely amazing. And the little boy, who by now wasn't really a little boy anymore, went on to write so many books and bring all of those stories into the homes of people with little children, who then got to experience their own magical version of story time again. Who was this person? Well, I'll tell you who this person was. This person was every reader out there who has ever dreamed of writing on their own. This person is every author who has ever published a book. This person is every little child who looks forward to story time. That's who this person is. And really, isn't that a beautiful story on its own? Okay, I don't know whether this has worked. I hope it does, because I don't have the time, nor energy, nor anything else to come up with something new, so here we go, woohoo, okay. FYI, I look absolutely exhausted and just broken because I'm currently studying for my A-levels, for my spoken exams, and it is killing me. I am so dead. I have 17 days to go. 17 days, 17 days, 17 days, 17 days, 17 days, 17 days. And then I'm free. Then everything is gone. Then I can just be myself. Oh. But until then, I'm a brainless studying machine. Well, yes, I am brainless because my brain is mush. Which is a problem when you have to study, but... Anyways, I hope that this made sense. To some degree. I didn't really know what to do for this week. Yeah, by the way, in case you hadn't guessed, this week's theme is story time. I'm pretty sure everybody else is going to interpret it in the way that story time, the phrase or the word, is interpreted nowadays on YouTube. However, I don't really have any exciting or extreme or anything stories to tell. So I thought I'd just come up with something. Hopefully this made sense, even in the slightest. Hopefully I was also in focus, because yeah, I don't know. Goodbye. I'm going to study about, what is it? Breathing. I think breathing is the best way I can explain it. There has to be a better English word for this. Or whatever, I don't care. Goodbye. Have fun.